Okay, so NVIDIA stock is correcting, finally showing some weakness after such an intense rally. So what now? Should we panic? Is this a good time to sell? Okay, NVIDIA is doing a pullback in a bull trend, and this movement is completely acceptable, healthy, and normal. The real problem is the magnitude of a correction. How far could this drop from here? That's what we are going to talk about in this video. My name is Nathan and you are welcome to the Finance Hydra channel. So let's start our analysis on NVIDIA stock. First, this is a classic bull trend. Why? Because NVIDIA is doing higher highs, higher lows, above the 21 EMA. The 21 exponential moving average is pointing upwards as well. So, okay, we are talking about a bull trend. As far as I know, NVIDIA could easily correct back to its EMA, and that's fine. Any bullish reaction around this area over here would be just an opportunity to buy at a good price level, at a cheaper price level, with a good risk-reward ratio. Because NVIDIA is in a bull trend, and in theory, it is just seeking the next resistance level, which is 289, the green line up here, which was a previous top level on March 2022, roughly 1 year ago, which is this black line over here seen in the weekly chart. So okay, we have a classic resistance level over here working as a possible target. It is a bull trend, and in theory we are going to seek that level, even considering NVIDIA could trigger a sharper correction in the daily chart to its 21 EMA. What's more, the 21 EMA is around 247 right now at this moment. What's more, we see the previous top level at this black line over here, the previous top level of March 9, which is at 244. Therefore, what do we see here is a dual support level for NVIDIA. A pullback to this dual support area would be totally normal. However, if we lose, and only if we lose, this dual support level in the daily chart, NVIDIA would trigger a possible bearish reversal structure in the midterm in the daily chart, and in this scenario, I see NVIDIA correcting to much lower levels. What's more, the area around 250, 240, which is around this dual support level over here, is quite symbolic, and it is quite emblematic options wise. If we take a look at options over here, let me see. Options wise, we see that NVIDIA is not in such a good mood right now. For options expiring this Friday, March 31, the put call ratio is 1.22, which could be better, okay? It is a little bit high considering we are talking about NVIDIA. However, the maximum pain is at 255. We are above the maximum pain right now, and we see a huge wall of options around $280 and $300. We see these two massive walls over here. Therefore, it is quite difficult to believe that NVIDIA could actually break the 289, at least this week right now, because we see a huge wall of calls around 280, and it is going to be quite problematic to see NVIDIA breaking this price level this week that easily. What's more, we see many puts around 250 and 240, which, coincidence or not, is exactly where our dual support level is right now at this moment on NVIDIA. So if NVIDIA triggers a correction, I believe we are going to correct to this area over here between 240 and 250. And of course, remember, my dear friends, checking my website for options, strategies, model portfolios, daily premium analysis, and much more. The link to my website is in the description of this video. Join the top 5% community. Now back to NVIDIA. Okay, so this is a classic support level. The momentum is still quite good, but it feels like investors are a little bit cautious, considering we have a put call ratio of 1.22. Therefore, a pullback is totally plausible and expected in this circumstance. But okay, Nathan, what if NVIDIA actually loses this dual support level over here? Well, if NVIDIA actually loses this dual support level, then okay, I believe we are going to trigger a top signal in the weekly chart. And that could be quite problematic if NVIDIA actually triggers this top signal and if NVIDIA triggers a bearish reversal structure in smaller time frames, because seeing a top sign alone is not that problematic. It is not that horrible. We saw a top sign over here, right? A shooting star, candlestick pattern. NVIDIA just failed miserably in triggering this top pattern over here. So, okay, we gotta see a real top pattern getting triggered in this area. If NVIDIA actually does that, I believe we could correct to the 21 EMA in the weekly chart, which is right now at this moment around 208. Yes, it is a quite sharp correction in the daily chart. In the daily chart, we could potentially fill this gap over here, the earnings gap, right? The earnings gap is at 210. So that would be a very good target to work with if NVIDIA actually reverses the bullish sentiment in the daily chart. And this is it. This is as far as I can go right now with the information that I have today. Because, guys, the trend is still bullish. In the weekly chart, the trend is clearly bullish, even considering that NVIDIA triggers a pullback to its 21 EMA. That's totally fine because, according to Bukowski, a pullback after the breakout of an inverted head and shoulders occurs 66% of the time, roughly, if I remember correctly. Therefore, a pullback in the weekly chart could be totally acceptable and would not ruin the bullish bias over here. Long-term speaking, the technical target for this inverse head and shoulders is the distance between the head and the neckline projected in the direction of the breakout. Therefore, NVIDIA could easily seek this yellow area over here near the all-time high, even considering it could trigger a pullback in the weekly chart. Let's pay attention on how it is going to behave right here near our resistance level at 289, and especially how it will react if it retests its dual support level between 240 and 250. Of course, I'm gonna keep you guys updated every single week on NVIDIA. Therefore, remember, my dear friends, to click on the like button and subscribe. Otherwise, you're gonna miss my future content. So subscribe to this channel to keep in touch with my daily analysis, daily insights. Thank you very much for your support, my dear friends. Stay safe. Bye-bye.